Welcome to this edition of Dufferin Life. I'm your host, Teena Avery. Thank you so much for joining me. So I can't wait to introduce you to my two guests. One being furry. I bet you if I tell you that, then you're going to know who the other one is. Shannon Burry's here from the Orangeville District, the Ontario Orangeville District SPCA. I always say it backwards, mix it up, but it's okay. You know where we're coming from. And joining us with her today is Honey Bunny. Thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Okay, I'm in love with this puppy. I'm not sure we're going to talk about anything else but Honey Bunny today, but she's absolutely adorable. Why don't we start there? Why don't you start telling us a little bit about her?
Yeah, so this is Honey Bunny. She is a Shepherd Husky mix. She's actually 1 year old.
Okay.
So this is her full size.
Ooh.
She's not going to get any bigger.
Okay.
She is the sweetest thing ever.
She certainly is, yeah.
She loves her cuddles. She loves meeting new people. She gets along with anyone, anything. Chewing on fingers, apparently. And yeah, so she came down from one of our northern communities, Kashechuan,
Okay.
Which is over 1,200 kilometers away.
Oh, that's a long trip
So
for her.
her and everyone else she came with, 18 dogs total, plus a mom and her nursing puppies, came down with part of a flight, also 24 hours of driving, because there was an emergency evacuation in their area.
Okay.
So we were able to help these little guys, bring them down here where there's more people looking for homes, and the emergency evacuation was based on water quality and stuff like that. So we're able to give them clean water, healthy food, all of that stuff, and then help them find homes.
That is absolutely amazing. She is just phenomenally adorable. Like I can't even, I could just talk about her the whole show. But we do have a few other things to talk about. We want to talk about, a couple things. But let's start off with the sweetest day of the year, the Cupcake Day.
Yeah, so Cupcake Day is officially February 23rd this month. It is our sweetest fundraiser all year long. We do it every year. And we like to call it the sweetest day of the year because it's cupcakes galore, essentially. So if anyone wants to get involved and raise some dough for animals in need, they can go to cupcakeday.ca.
Okay.
They can make a fundraising team. They can contribute to an already established fundraising team, host a bake sale, buy some sweets from some local partnering bakeries. Some in particular in Orangeville is Quest for Cakes, the chocolate shop, and More Than Just Baskets.
Okay. I know, she just takes your mind off you're like, well, I was talking about something, but you know what? The puppy's cute.
Yes.
So let's, that is absolutely amazing. So in order for you to participate, so they're just going to go to cupcake.ca.
Yeah.
And then if they can't actually do anything, you can just donate as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you wanted to buy some sweets, you can go to any of those bakeries I just listed and get some sweets from them. Or you can do your own bake sale, make your own cupcakes, host a Cupcake Day party where you invite some friends and family over and help them pledge for your fundraising page to raise funds for animals in need.
Okay.
Hi. And then you could also get involved, your company or your colleagues do a Cupcake Day party at lunch or something where everyone brings in cupcakes and you pledge together and raise money as a team that way as well. Come here.
We want to wander, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great opportunity, and this is a challenge to everybody out there. Let's make some cupcakes, let's raise some money. There's a lot of things that are involved when you're adopting a puppy and the puppy being taken care of before you're able to adopt them. So this is a big fundraiser. So please, if you can participate, by all means, do that. And if you can't, then that's okay too. Just spread the word. Spread the word, and who doesn't like cupcakes?
Right?
I mean, I like cupcakes. I just enjoy the whole eating process altogether. But yeah, so I wanted to also talk about, because we've got something coming up at the end of this week, which would be the wellness clinic.
So that is our MASH style wellness clinic. So we are offering affordable vaccines, microchip, wellness checkups from registered vets, that kind of thing, at our animal center on Saturday and and Sunday. It is appointment only, so if you are interested, register online. You can go to our website on our events page and check it out there, or you can look at our social media, and there should be tons of promotion for it there as well. It's 15-minute appointments per animal. So if you have multiple animals in your household that you'd like to bring, we would have time accommodating for all of them.
Right.
And you would get a one-on-one chance to speak with a vet, have the vaccines and microchips, whatever you're looking for. And then the wellness checks do cover like skin, eyes, teeth, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anything that's on the surface that we can see that doesn't need a more in-depth
Yeah,
time.
absolutely. Yeah, so you've got this week to make those appointments and see what you can get done in that time. Especially if you have multiple pets, this is a very affordable way to see a vet and get these things done.
Yeah.
So there's also a need for some. You have a need. We have got people that will donate not just money but donate food and all that sort of thing. And I think there's a couple things that you're looking for specifically right now.
Yeah. So our pet pantry is what we're kind of advertising the need for food for.
Okay.
So for the animals in our care, we have a wonderful partnership with Royal Canin, who supplies the food for us to care for our pets, so we never have to worry about food for them. The food in our pet pantry is all the donated food we get that goes right back out to the community, to families who are in need for a little extra support that month or whatever's going on to get food for their furry friends at home.
Okay.
Two of the biggest things we see for need in that case is dry adult dog food and dry adult cat food.
Okay.
But yeah, all the food we do get goes straight back out to the community to help families who need a little extra support, and for the furry friends at home who need to keep their bellies full as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's, as we all know, it's becoming more and more challenging for people to afford living, I think, in general these days, right?
Yeah.
So every little bit of help they can get, because these little furry babies that are absolutely adorable, they need their food too, right? Don't you? Yes, you do. For sure, for sure. I mean, we talk about this a lot. We're still in the winter months, and we talk about this a lot. But I want to talk about too the adoption process, and just in case you haven't seen Shannon on the show, finding out all the different types of animals that maybe are available right now.
Yeah, so obviously we have a couple young dogs and puppies that just came down. There was 5 that came to the Orangeville Animal Center from Kashechewan. And then we also always have cats, we always have more dogs. There's one long-term resident we have right now. His name is Jerry. He's a husky and is the sweetest, happiest boy ever. He's been looking for a home for a while, so if anyone's interested in adopting a husky, Jerry would be an amazing option.
Sorry, we're just a little bit distracted here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and talking about the winter months, right? Because I just mentioned that. So it's been so cold lately. And maybe we need to kind of refresh everybody's memory with regards to walking dogs and low temperatures, as well as, just being wary of, the salt on the roads and all that sort of thing.
Absolutely. So the salt on the road is a big one too, because a lot of salt is not pet friendly. So owners should be very careful about that. Also, if you're putting down salt at your own home and stuff like that with pets, opting for pet friendly salt is much more safer option for your furry friends. Also, for their little toe beans, their paw pads can get frostbite. So it is also really important to just watch how much time they're outside, especially for those really cold days where it gets to like -20. They can get frostbite very quickly. So just keeping an eye on them, limiting the time that they're outside playing around, and maybe try and find an alternative for enrichment inside, because rather than keeping them cooped in all day not doing anything, try and find maybe a playtime for them inside instead of bringing them outside.
Right, yeah, because I think, and I mean, there are people that are avid, they walk their dogs all the time, and, there are other people who, in a time like this can just let them out in the backyard, but maybe limiting the amount of time that you're out there walking as well, because we're all bundled up in boots and boots and coats and all that sort of thing, and, we really need to think about the little furry feet, and what's going on and how cold they can get, for sure.
Yeah, there are also like little booties you can get as well for your furry friend, but I definitely know from personal experience they're not the biggest fan of the boots sometimes, and they can walk a little funny, but
Yeah.
it definitely helps as well if you can get it on them.
Are you looking, we're talking about everything that's going on and things that you need. Are you looking for volunteers?
We're always looking for volunteers. I know a big one right now is foster volunteers, specifically that are able to take in moms with nursing puppies.
Okay.
That is a really big one that we have a hard time finding safe and appropriate shelter for them. And also people willing to take on that commitment. But one big thing for that is we will supply all the resources you need and we'll support you the entire way. You would just be the one kind of giving them the shelter and the actual care. We would be supplying the rest, so you're not left in the dark or anything like that. Oh, what's your wine? I don't know if you heard that,
honest
but
to goodness, like, first of all, Honey Bunny, I love that name, but she's got the cutest little face, and you know, and I know you've probably seen it because I know the camera's been panning on her, and she's been kind of the star of the show for sure. But I mean, she's absolutely adorable. Now, are there family members with her that came down, or is it just? Yeah.
So she came from. She was the only one in her litter, but there are 2 other dogs around her age and her breed and size.
Okay.
So there's like another shepherd mix who's her exact size, a little bit more high energy than her, but still full grown, everything like that, amazing temperament. And then we had 2 other puppies from the same litter come down as well, who are actually puppies and around 3 months old.
Oh my goodness.
And look like puppies too.
I mean, she still looks like a puppy for being 1 year old.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a really good size for. She's a good lab dog, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, you certainly are. So if anyone's interested, and we always talk about this, but I always like to talk about it because if you're just thinking, maybe I want a puppy, maybe I want Honey Bunny, or maybe I want to visit and see who else is there, what is the adoption process?
Yeah, so first of all, we would recommend checking out our website at ontariospca.ca/adopt, and you can take a look at all of the animals available for adoption province-wide. And then if you see one that kind of sparks your eye, you think might be a perfect match for you, you can submit a profile adoption.
She's got something. She's smelling something in here.
Hi. And then we use that to kind of help build perfect matches and match what you're looking for with the animals that we have available for adoption. And then from there, we'll contact you, we'll get in touch, we'll schedule a meet and greet with you and the animal that you're interested in, and then you could come meet them, fall in love with them, and then we'll take you through the steps of actually adopting them and everything like that. All of our animals who do get adopted do come fully spayed, neutered, vaccinated, microchipped, all of that. And they also come home with a free bag of dog food from Royal Canin to help smooth the process.
That is absolutely amazing. Well, I want to thank you both for joining me today. It has truly been a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Shannon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
And good luck with all of your events. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hello, your cell phone. How can I help?
Adults
I need somebody,
18 to enter.
not just anybody. Won't you please, 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 please help me?
Are you a content creator looking to expand your audience and make your voice heard in your community? Rogers TV wants to provide you with a platform to share your hobbies, interests, and stories for free. Visit us to find out more.
Welcome back to Dufferin Life. Thanks for staying with us. And if you're tuning in, as always, you're tuning in at a great time. Familiar face, here to talk about some exciting events happening. She hasn't been here for a little while. Please welcome Sharon Aliff. She is the Executive Director of Theatre Orangeville. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, Tina. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
It's good to have you on. It's been a little while. We've had some
It has
people on
been.
in between, but we needed to have you back.
Yeah, they let me out of the office.
Well, that's nice, because usually you're behind that desk.
And it
all the
wasn't
time.
even snowing.
I know,
bonus.
right? The winter has been crazy,
It's been very wintry, yep.
and we're done.
And I'm super done, yep. Absolutely.
I know. And then on those occasions where there's like, the Weather Channel says like, there's nothing happening, and then if I open up the curtains and there's snow, I'm like, pretty sure he said nothing was going to happen today. But
Yeah,
anyways, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk. We're going to talk about a special event that you do yearly.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you explain what Starlight's all about.
Yeah, so Starlight's one of our premier fundraisers. We do sort of 2 big fundraisers a year, every year for a very, very long time. So Starlight's one of those. And it's actually a really fantastic night. It's super accessible as far as fundraisers go. The ticket price is lower than our other fundraiser, and it all happens in an evening. So you come for dinner at one of our partnering restaurants. This year we're partnering with Bluebird, The Craft, and Rustic, which are 3 downtown favorites, of course. And so you go have your first 2 courses at your chosen restaurant, and then you join us in the atrium for dessert and coffee after that. And Jennifer Stewart, our artistic director, will unveil the new season. So you sort of get this exclusive first time to ever be said aloud. We drop down the banners. It's a whole big thing, and you get to see what's coming in the 26-27 season, if you can believe it. And then you're going upstairs for a preview of the upcoming performance, which is Murder at Ackerton Manor. So it's a really smooth evening, a lot of fun. It sort of feels exclusive. You get to dress up. And that's sort of the nuts and bolts of it. It's not like a big gala or anything like that. We don't do any silent auction or any of that kind of stuff like we do at the Christmas fundraiser. So it's a really great night.
It is a really, really great night, and you get to choose your restaurant that you want to go to. And if you haven't chosen already, you need to do it quickly before the one that you want is all booked up. So you're getting your 2 courses there. I believe you get 1 glass of wine.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, look at me. I remember all the things, sort of, kind of. But yeah, and then you get to go enjoy this dinner, and then you get to go have dessert in the atrium. It's super exciting. The first time I attended the season announcement, it was craziness. Standing on chairs, and I'm not sure if Jennifer's going to be standing on a chair or not. But David used to stand on a chair, and then it is a very big production, and it's exciting to hear what happens ahead of time. And not only do you get to hear what happens ahead of time, you probably get to. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can people get subscriptions for the coming season that night as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That marks the kickoff to our subscription series. And we actually, for that first month after, from the night of Starlight for the first month, you can only purchase subscriptions. We like to give our subscribers, who are the backbone of everything we do, sort of first crack at their seats, so they can get their desired seats for the whole run. So they sort of get first dibs for that month, and then individual ticket sales will go on in April to the rest of the general public. And we're introducing flex passes this year, which is really exciting and new for the theater. So for folks who like a little bit more flexibility, don't necessarily want to say, I'm always going to come on a Thursday, you can purchase your subscription and choose your dates later.
Okay.
So if you're not worried about having the exact same seats on the exact same Thursday night, for instance, it just gives you that little bit of flexibility, but then also guarantees you seats to all 3 or 5 of the shows, which is really cool.
So tell me about, if you're already a ticket holder to Murder at Ackerton Manor?
Yeah.
Look at me go. I was like, is it Manor House?
Definitely Manor.
Definitely Manor. If you already have tickets for that, can you still go to the Starlight Gala? Like, how does that work with the tickets?
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a lot of existing ticket holders who convert their tickets. So we'll just exchange your tickets to that night.
Okay.
So you can come see the show that night, and then the value of your ticket gets put towards your Starlight ticket. So we just deduct and you pay the difference.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I believe, look at me go, there is a tax receipt involved in this as well.
There is. For every ticket, there's a $40 tax receipt. That's the portion of the donation associated with the ticket price. And then the rest goes to cover the cost of the ticket and your meal and that kind of thing. But there is a $40 tax receipt with every Starlight ticket purchased.
That's absolutely amazing. So I'm still going on. Is it a fixed menu at the restaurants? Like, do they choose, how does it work?
So our restaurants have been really great. They're always really great, but the last couple of years they've actually switched. So there is a set menu, but you don't have to choose what you're eating ahead of time. So you'll get to the restaurant and all those menus are published. They're on our website. You can have a sneak peek at them now. So to help choose where you might want to go based on what appeals to you, but then you'll choose your actual meal on the night. So if you change your mind the night of, that's totally fine. You can pick something else off the set menu from each of the restaurants.
Okay.
And it's all great dishes that they have on their menu all the time. Quite often they pick sort of their fan favorites, but they do just create that limited set menu to make sure that they have enough for everybody who comes in, because we fill those 3 restaurants on those nights.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you just walk across the street, down the street, up sort of around the street. I'm just... Yeah, and then you're there. So you go, you park, you have this amazing night, and it's an experience. And if you have never experienced Theatre Orangeville, you need to experience Theatre Orangeville. You need to go out there, no matter your age. I mean, you're not going to bring your wheeze, but go to the theater. It's an experience. Like someone had said to me, have you ever been to the opera? And I'm like, well, I'm not really an opera person, but it's an experience. Like, go experience it, because you don't know. And I know you're going to love it when you go, and you're going to want to see more. It's just, I can't even describe the words. It's just, you walk in there and everything just goes, and you had a wonderful meal before it. So I mean, what more can you ask for?
I think the most common bit of feedback we get right now, particularly from first-time attendees who often have been dragged by somebody else claiming they're not a theater person, is how surprised they were at just how enjoyable it was. And that live performance element really just allows you to turn off the chaos of the world for a couple of hours and sit and laugh and enjoy the company that you're there with and be part of something that's never the same twice. That's the joy of live performance. But it really is. It's just permission to take a couple hours off and laugh and enjoy some storytelling and Canadian stories.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's actually talk about the production itself. Tell me, you can't give it away, but just tell me a little bit about what are we expecting?
So Murder at Ackerton Manor is a really, really fun script, and I'm really, really excited to have the actors join us and get on their feet. It's definitely a comedy. It's definitely farcical. It's an Agatha Christie sort of style whodunit.
Okay.
We don't do murder mysteries on our stage very often, so it's super unique, and we've had a huge, huge response from folks already. The matinees are already almost sold out, and we're sort of talking about whether we'll add additional matinees to accommodate the demand. There's still lots of evening seats available, but folks are really looking forward to this one. It's going to be an absolute riot.
I heard a rumor that there are more parts in this than there are actual actors in it.
That is true.
So yeah, explain how that works.
So there's probably 3 times as many characters as there are cast members.
Okay.
Which means there's a lot of costume changes. There's a lot of quick changes. And these characters, because it's this sort of like farcical comedy, this sort of British style Agatha Christie murder mystery, they're big character changes. So the same actor will have to completely flip gears very, very quickly. Sometimes in the matter of seconds, to get into another costume and have another character enter the stage. So it really is going to be quite the experience to watch, and certainly for them to perform.
Well, I can only imagine. I'm just thinking, like, okay, so you're in this character, you're a TV show host, and you're interviewing someone, and then you have to walk in, and then I don't know, you're from a circus. I'm like it just like that whole the ability to like flip your whole personality within seconds is a phenomenal skill, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've got butlers who become gardeners, who become like it's a lot of fun. It's going to be a really great production for sure.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it, and you should too. So you're taking out your phone and you're writing on your paper, or you're just writing whatever you're doing, what you do to keep track of what you need to do. You need to go get your tickets. www.theaterorangeville.ca. Starlight Gala. I mean, if you're not going to the gala, I think Starlight. If you're not going to Starlight, then by all means get your tickets for the show, because it sounds like it's going to be an absolute blast. So who wrote this one?
So it's written by Stephen Gallagher.
Okay.
It's the first time we've produced one of his plays, which is really exciting. And we also have a guest director on this one. Ron Peterson is joining us to direct, which is also really exciting. We don't often have guest directors, so there'll be a whole new voice. And of course, Becky Morris is designing the set, which Lisa LaHue will build, and our community's become very accustomed to seeing their magnificent work on stage.
I know.
It always just blows you away.
The tower from Rapunzel for the Christmas. I was like, I just want to put that in my house. I don't think it's big enough to put in my house, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, it really is. It just kind of transforms your whole mindset. It transforms your whole being when you're there.
Yeah.
We have a few minutes left, and I want to talk a little bit about the fact that you're a not-for-profit, and how important these fundraisers really are, and how important the arts are to the community.
I was actually just talking to somebody about this today, and it's a little known fact, but we at Theatre Orangeville, which a not-for-profit charitable organization, like most Canadian theatres are not-for-profits, and statistically, the average amount of revenue that comes from ticket sales is about 35%, and we're right in that area. So we really rely on fundraising to ensure that we can provide programming for kids, programming for the community, programming that brings folks together. It's really, really vital that we have these other funding sources to ensure that we can keep having a huge impact on the community.
Absolutely. So vitally important. Spread the word, do all the things you need to do. I expect to see you out there. But thank you, Sharon, for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having me.
It was truly my pleasure, and thank you for tuning in. Until next time, bye-bye for now. So we're still on screen.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely.